Hi, Fudge here with a tutorial for Highlord Wolnir, specifically using the raw Shortsword +1 with charcoal pine bundles. So I'm going to show the fight first. I have a couple of fights recorded, as well as the backup strat, and then I have a video as well showcasing some of the positioning, because I see a lot of runners getting the positioning wrong in a lot of cases, watching out for danger that isn't there. So I'm just going to try to go through it all. But first of all, I'll just talk through like a fight, and then I'll try to talk more specifically about each part. First, I like to apply the bundle before entering the cutscene. This allows me to do it while sprinting, which is the fastest way to apply a bundle, because it doesn't cost you any movement speed and doesn't cost you any stamina recovery, which it otherwise would. So you should apply it while sprinting. Anyway, so then moving up to the hand, you want to have it so that whenever you start swinging, you have enough stamina to do 4 swings, because that's the amount of hits it takes to break the bracelet. So here, most of the openings you can only get 3. One of the openings you can only get 2. And the best opening you can get 4. And because you can get 4 is why you always make sure to have enough stamina to do 4 swings. Then you go for the second bracelet, just try to get as many hits in as possible, but you stop at 7 hits, like I do right now. And you wait so that you can get as close as possible to the final bracelet. And then you break the second, while also having as much stamina as possible. You go for the third bracelet. You do 4 swings, and then you do 2 swings. And sometimes Wolnir will live with a tiny bit of health. So what you do is you just go and hit him on his hand or anywhere to make sure he dies. And this is the quick kill, where you very quickly skip any death animation Wolnir might have, like the really long one where he gets pulled back into the abyss. Instead, he just dies straight away, gives you the soul. At this point, you would consume a soul, but for the purpose of making the video, I just like very quickly went through as many fights as possible. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit more specifically now. The first thing is the charcoal pine bundle basically doubles your damage. So when I'm talking about hits, I'm talking specifically about bundle hits. And for this, the required hits are 4 for the first bracelet, 7.5 for the second, and 6 for the final. And the point that it matters for like 7.5 is that a hit without a bundle on would count for half a bundle hit. And also, a one-handed charged R2 would count for 2 bundle hits, which is used in the backup, but not really otherwise. So here is another fight. Again, applying bundle before. It's not really necessary, just I think it's really nice. Like you could apply it running here, but just this like allows you to kind of do whatever with your stamina. This is an example of the worst opener, you might say. Like you can only fit 2 attacks in the opener, but you just follow it. What I try to do is I try to get on the inside of the second bracelet. Like I think this allows you the best freedom of positioning, which I will also get to later. And here, just let this play out. And here, the bundle now runs out. But like it still will break on the 8th hit, meaning like 7.5. You do 4 here. While running for the final part, I do a tiny sprint, just making sure I catch up. And I guess it also should be mentioned that you need to be hitting the bracelet or the arm and avoid hitting the hand at all costs, because hitting the hand does not count towards breaking the bracelet, though it still does deal damage to Wolnir. And in some rare occasions, you might want to go for a hand hit to try to prevent the meme at the end, where Wolnir might have some little bit of health left. So this is another opener, try to get on the inside. Also, there is a very important mention that I should have mentioned sooner, but I'll go back and show you. There is a little bit of time where hitting Wolnir's bracelet does not count towards breaking the bracelet, which is, I'm doing a little bit of jumping. I'm going to pause when the time is right. But Right here, Wolnir would be taking less damage to his bracelet, or none. I'm not sure which one it is, but either way, when I apply the bracelet for the second bracelet, or the bundle for the second bracelet, excuse me, you want to do it as like Wolnir puts his hand down, because if you hit him too soon, he's taking no damage, like I said. So you really want to make sure that you don't start swinging until Wolnir either enters like an idle animation or begins the next attack after having broken the first bracelet. But I think this is the final fight, so I'm going to go ahead and get the next one ready, which is the backup strat, which is specifically for if you do not get this quick kill, like I do right here, you can do this. But because I did this like quick enough and you broke it straight away, I still get the quick kill. However, let's say you mess up or you don't have health or you just don't have the confidence to go for the quick kill, then there's the backup strat, which I will show now, which is the first and second bracelet is all the same, and you will go for the third bracelet eventually. Like here, you're on the wrong side of the bracelet, so you got to break it, and you're going to be too far away to be able to go for the quick kill. So what you do is you do the normal bundle while sprinting, and you do as many hits here as possible. But right here, you try to position yourself. It's kind of hard to see, but his index finger is right about where the sword is right now. And you want to go by the index finger towards the edge of the bushes and do a charge R2 as he's coming forward. And you'll have to work to get the timing. You're going to hit the thing, the bracelet straight away, followed by as many R1s as you can. And like I mentioned, a charge R2 will count for 2 hits. You need to do 6 hits total. So typically you would get 1 or 2 hits in at the start. Charge R2 will make it to 4. And then another 2 will make it to 6. And that's going to pop Wolnir. So here we go again. I'm going to skip towards the final part here. So this should be able to quick kill, but I'm still showing this for the backup strat. So you go towards the index finger. You want to stand in front of it, towards like the edge of the bushes here. Come back a little bit. When he's coming forward, you ready up the charge R2. He's going to put his hand down, and then you try to break the bracelet as soon as possible with just spamming R1s. And then we're going to go again. I'm going to be skipping forward. So here, I think actually this might require like 3 hits here at the end. Yeah. So you're going to see like you might do all the 3 swings here at once and you can realize you have bad stamina, which means you can't get the quick kill. Like this should also be a setup for a quick kill, but again, for the video, going here. So I got 3 hits in. So it's going to be charge R2. R1 is going to break it. Okay, so finally positioning, because I see a lot of people get this wrong. The first one, they shouldn't really matter for your positioning, just avoid hitting the hand, pretty much. Okay, you generally, oh, I think I restarted the video. Hold on. You generally want to be on the inside of his hands. Let's see, here, okay. Like you see here, you're on the inside of the arm towards Wolnir. This will keep you safe from pretty much every attack he's got. Like he's just gonna try to hit you, and he doesn't. Also, going against the arm, it's also going to be pushing you around, which is kind of nice for some positioning. When he pulls back like this, you just stand next to the hand, and he's just going to keep missing you. You're not going to get hit by the vape at all. He's going to do this again. You might get stuck in the hand. Just try to get around like this. Like he's just not going to be able to hit you. Like all the attacks look really scary, but Wolnir just is bad at hitting you. So we got the vape. This is the one most people get wrong. This vape is basically harmless. Just when he's doing this, you can just stand like right where the vape is going down and nothing happens. So let's look at it again. What you do to punish this attack, if he does this, is you just go here, and where I'm standing now, you can just swing away at the bracelet, and it's very easy to then transition to the third. The one thing to look out for is during this, when you break the second bracelet here, he will pull his hand back and you might get pulled with it, which would then mean you might have to resort to the backup strat instead of the quick kill. So this is kind of a annoying attack. So what you can do is wait for him to push his hand forward like here, where you can be on the inside of the hand towards Wolnir, which should then mean you don't get pulled back when you break the bracelet and you can just rush for the third. And I believe here he also does the follow-up, which also comes close to hitting you, but just doesn't. So I believe that's pretty much everything for Wolnir. I hope this was somewhat helpful. And then eventually he does a bad attack, so I just say no. Because if you do everything right, Wolnir does not really have any RNG that like significantly changes the way your run should go. Like it should be within a couple of seconds. Like the quick kill is only a couple of seconds faster than not. And like if you just position correctly and if you know the normal strat and the backup strat, you should never really suffer much to Wolnir, with the exception of that sometimes he will summon the extra skeletons and sometimes he will pull out his sword and then it gets very complicated. But generally, Wolnir is a very consistent fight regarding to whether or not you should be winning. So again, I hope this will be useful to some, and thanks for watching.